for your faith in my eyesight. I have no idea what you held up, but that's not your fault. The next name on our list is Mike Fetzman.
How you doing, everybody? All familiar with you. I had a prepared presentation. I'm going to hash it up a little bit tonight. I do want to say that I'm really proud of the superintendent for putting a lot of thought into this. I came into this meeting thinking that you had your mind made up. And I think it took a lot of courage for you to say, look, I looked at the evidence, I looked at the community, what they were saying, and I determined, and I made a recommendation to the board that we will not go to grade school centers in 2014 and 2015. And I just hope that the board listens to the expert and does not go forward with grade school centers. Would that be a good idea?
Yeah.
I also looked at the presentation. I do not see any evidence clearly that grade school centers would be a benefit to our district. There is no evidence to show that you have guaranteed success to grade school centers. As a matter of fact, when I heard Tom saying that his children weren't prepared for high school and college, I can relate to that. I mean, all of us want the best education for our kids possible, but grade school centers aren't going to do it. Better teaching, better administration. Let me say this, I just want to give a little history. I've been on the school board for about 14 years. And we work real hard. There's dedication that goes into this. You do a lot of reading on your own time, you come to school boards, and there's a lot of work, and you listen to the experts. And we're guided by the experts, and the board listens to the experts. And my job was really easy, because the experts did a really good job, including Superintendent Connolly. When it comes to grade school centers, I know it sounds to me that the board is pushing Superintendent to look at grade school centers. I've heard Superintendent Connolly say several times during this meeting that grade school centers don't necessarily mean success, and I think your opinion was that they may not be successful, and that you would be happy to, whatever way the schools are set up, you would work very hard for our school district to be successful. I'll guarantee you, with the low student-teacher ratio that we have, that there is no excuse for our teachers and administration to get the best possible education to our kids and have them remain in their community schools. Would you agree with that? Let me say, we went through this about 5 years ago. Let me just give you a little history. While serving as a school board member, I voted no to grade school centers. 5 years ago, half a decade ago, I voted no. There were different reasons for that. We were looking at financial condition of the school. We thought it might save some money. Well, clearly, from what I saw tonight, it's actually going to increase student-teacher ratio if we went to grade school center. That's not good. As far as money, I got a problem with bus service now. Can you imagine expanding that? I don't want any kids being left on the street, let alone expanding it and having more problem with bus service. Not to mention taking one kid from 3rd grade and busing them all the way to another community. With the research I saw, there is absolutely no reason for that, is there?
No.
I did want to touch on race and kind of a race myth, race card. I've been hearing comments about how people who are opposed to grade centers, it has to do with race, or we don't want certain people to, our kids to be with certain people, et cetera, et cetera. I have not heard one iota of evidence to those comments being made. And those comments come from, and I got to tell you, I've heard it from leadership from the school. And I don't think it serves us well when we make those kind of comments, but there's no evidence for that whatsoever. So I just wanted to ask the board and anybody else to be very careful, be sensitive to the comments that are being made, because I think all are behind us, including their children and the community at large, they want what's best for our school. They want what's best for the kids. And I think if everybody thinks the way I do, by looking at the research that Superintendent Connolly did and had a lot of time gathering, there is no evidence that our students are going to be better off in grade school centers. So why would we push that so hard? And I got a problem right now because Superintendent Connolly recommends not to do this, but yet the next meeting in October, we're still not sure if we're going to go with grade school centers. I know that somebody mentioned maybe we should get a committee. I haven't heard anybody saying we should get a committee for a full day kindergarten. I did the survey and I said, you know what, I don't have enough information. I don't know what benefit kindergarten is going to do. I know it might have an immediate impact to a kid in kindergarten. What kind of impact does it have second, third, fourth grade? Are we putting our money where we want to put our money? When I was on the school board, I talked about after school counseling.
After 14 years, you're going to get 5 minutes of your time.
I got 1 minute. You can take me away by the police. Okay. I talked about a lot of ideas. We talked about doing more in summer school. That would be great. I talked about year-round schooling. Enhancing summer school would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, kids forget about things during the summer. They come back and they will lose knowledge. Why don't we look at that? Why don't we have committees to look at that? Why don't we have parents involved with after school and help them maybe with some of their skills? Teachers do a great job in our district, but sometimes it takes the child to go home or maybe get additional study time after school to enhance their knowledge and their skills so they can do better at school. Grade school centers aren't going to do that. I'm using my common sense here. Do you agree?
Yes.
Let me just say a couple things, and I know I'm close. I'm going to read 2 paragraphs.
You're gonna have my fight.
My children attended Waterbury School. They walked the road and biked to school, as do many other kids attending Greenbrook and Waterbury. To the kids at Waterbury and Greenbrook, there is safety and familiarity with their school in addition to close proximity. Going to grade school centers would destroy this for most schools, in addition to having a negative effect on their psychological development and education. At a meeting I attended at Greenbrook recently, grade school concerning grade school centers and full year kindergarten, the mayor of Hanover Park stated that there would have to be a substantial educational improvement in order to justify grade school centers in District 20. Well, from one parent to another, I would have to agree, and I see absolutely no evidence that there would be a substantial improvement. Do you?
No.